Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video, and welcome back to watching obviously pros from other regions coming to EOS to prepare for Worlds. Not the most, slick series name, but today we're watching this fella. I'm going to be honest, I'm not really sure, I don't know him per se. A lot of you probably do if you follow Korean pro play. Today's episode we're focusing on him because there's not many Korean teams that are here in Europe yet, but this is one of them. This is the top laner for Damwon Gaming, and he goes by Naguri. This is the guy. So he's playing Shen. And what I will say, this guy has a carry performance on Shen, an aggressive performance on Shen, and I want to find out how the hell did he do that. Because I've always said Shen is good for solo queue, but generally you want to wait until you get to the very high ratings, because he's such like a knowledge and understanding pick in order to make it work. Because, great example, I'm ulting in and then your laner leaves. It's like, oh. But I will say he is currently in Diamond 1. So this isn't like tippity top crazy rating. This is Diamond 1, so this is roughly where I play, the game. But we'll see what he can do. So how much can a, Diamond 1 in EUS is known as a very good rating. How can he rip apart this rating? And I asked my Twitch chat earlier, I'm not streaming at the moment, but apparently Damwon Gaming came third, I believe, in the LCK, Korea's league, which means that they don't get automatically through the play-ins. So this team will be playing in this upcoming week or so in the play-ins, therefore this fella will be playing in top lane. So a couple things to note, he started Cull, and he's gone Klepto Shen. I've seen this a couple times, but what this is telling me, he's very confident. Why? Well, he's against a Kled. Kled is arguably a great 1v1 duelist. So is Shen, but Kled is known to be a bit more. And Kled is known to be hyper-aggressive. And you can see the difference. Like, the pressure difference already, getting level 2 quicker, where the Kled should have probably, stood his ground a bit more. The damage of Shen is more than people think, by the way. He actually does a lot of damage. But usually, obviously, Shen's build full tank. Shen does a lot of damage. Like, compare Shen to other bruisers. Maybe not obviously as much as the likes of a Darius or a Necton, because Shen doesn't have a damage ult. But in actual pure auto-attack damage, it's incredibly high. And even in the early game, I've killed people with Shen, and they just completely get caught off guard. Now, the Klepto with the taunt hitting, level 3 advantage, gonna demount the Kled, which is a very big deal, because obviously that makes the Kled a little bit uneasy now in lane, because he's so obviously reliant usually on his mount. And, Shen's going to continue going for this bit of auto-attack damage whenever possible, because, Klepto and, the Cull. So he's going for a very, again, greedy, aggressive playstyle. Meanwhile, First Blood happens in bot side for the red team. But he's going for a very greedy, aggressive playstyle to make as much money as possible. If you look right now, the farm isn't too different, but the gold difference, well, we'll wait until this has actually happened. So Shen is just being in the way of Rek'Sai. Don't think this play is going to pull off because now Katarina's on the way. Akali is coming as well. Actually a low health Katarina. Unfortunately, that taunt missed. This play is probably not on anymore, I wouldn't presume. Probably will back away. But yeah, let's look at it. So the farm difference in top lane is 2 farm. Gold difference is 160 roughly gold. That's a lot to be only 2 farm ahead, and that's Klepto right there. So that's very good, and obviously that shows this Shen wants gold income more than anything else in the early game, because he's even gone Cull. He's also going, what runes does he have? So he's got Klepto, and just to break it down, he's got Klepto, he's got Magical Footwear, Minion Dematerializer, which he's used it on, 1 on the cannon minion and 1 on a caster minion, and he's got 1 left. And then finally, he's gone the Cosmic Insight. Then he's gone defensive with Shield Bash, Bone Plating, and then he's gone attack speed, armor. So those are his runes. You can see he just out-traded a Kled. And again, the item difference, usually wouldn't mean out-damaging. A Doran's is more than a Cull. But right now, the Shen is actually pretty comfortably out-trading. Gang coming in. I doubt the Shen's going to die. Oh, actually, really nice knock-up timing. He is going to die, unless he can get one. Oh, does get the kill. He might actually survive. Nope, Katarina roaming. And again, if you watched a if I upload these at the right time and stuff, if you watched an Ari episode recently or Back to Master, you would have seen another Katarina doing a very heavy roam style. And again, sometimes as a mid laner, you know, the Akali on the Shen's team, there's not sometimes anything you can do to a roaming and Akali. You can't stop her, so yeah. She just roams a lot. Anyway, both top laners use teleport. Questionable TP, I will say, by the Kled, because the tower, you know, the Kled could have run to lane and probably not missed out, because the tower, you know, the minions are on his tower. So arguably he didn't need a TP then, but he did, and now the lane will resume. So both top laners wanting to get that Tiamat. Shen obviously gets it, the Kled doesn't, and obviously that will be 1, the kill, and 2, the Klepto. So again, farm difference is now building again. Taunt happening, aggressive taunt. You can look at the trade difference. That's a lot of damage, and Shen basically took 0. Gold-wise right now in top lane, we are nearing 1,000 gold already top lane difference. We're like 900 gold at the moment, which is crazy. So again, this is, you know, the video title is most likely going to be something called like, this is how you play Shen aggressively, or something like that. Because so far, he's done everything more or less perfect. You know, yeah, he died to that gank. Maybe he could have survived, but he got the kill. So it's fine. It kind of like counters itself out. So overall, pretty good. Another thing you'll notice, by the way, to people, you know, looking in mid lane, and you know, you're like Katarina or you're like Akali, notice that both of them gone Doran's Ring. That is becoming more and more common. So another good thing the Shen did, positioning him to where his sword is, or the dagger. Notice how he cues the sword through the Kled, which is instantly a slow. Again, very good Shen play, smart, you know, you're kind of shepherding the person where you want them to be, and also paying attention to where your sword is. You know, Shen is kind of like a mini Orianna in a weird way. You want to know where your sword is compared to you, because that's a big important thing. Shen not happening, first of the game, does get a nice taunt off, is going to go and help a bit of damage on there. He's going to be tanking 1 or 2 shots, and they will back out. So again, first big involvement with his ultimate, pays off with a double kill, not for him personally, but a double kill for his bot lane, which is great. He's then going to base and go straight back. Item-wise, not really sure what he's going to pick up. He's selling. I think he just sold all that, by the way. Yep. So notice that he had like the little potion and everything, the little buff. He didn't use it. He sold it. He sold all of it. He is all about gold production, even though he's, you know, even showing he's selling stuff. Wow, that's aggressive. Holy moly. So he has bought himself a stinger. If that's not evidence that this dude is aggressive, I don't know what else is. Graves looking in the top side. Kled is actually, you know, maybe a little bit vulnerable right now. Graves probably just trying to protect the tower a little bit, stop the Kled doing anything. The kill might be on here, you know, especially with red buff slow. Kled doesn't even have thingy. Flash. Yeah, this Kled's dead. Shen probably wanting to try and get an assist of some kind. Won't get anything, very close. Mid lane, they do trade, and there we go. So this Kled is struggling. You know, he did get his farm back, you know, while Shen is gone, obviously. But now he's dead, you know, no vision is probably what killed him there. He's now going to lose out, you know. Didn't help anything in bot side the Kled. Obviously, it's a Kled. And then died, and now losing out more farm. So 3 things bad just happened for this Kled, which, you know, it's pretty rough. And again, this dude is probably a normal Diamond 1 EUS top laner, probably. He's probably, you know, decent, but gonna be honest, this guy, and, you know, it's not because he's Korean. A lot of people say the gap between Korea and the rest of the world is very small nowadays, if any. This is just a pro showing up a Diamond 1 solo queue player. So the trade actually goes bad for Shen so far, actually very bad. You can see, again, this is why it's been so surprising to me. Boom, he gets killed straight up. The confidence of this Shen just got punished, which I will say, am I surprised about? In a weird way, no, because even like in the early levels, you guys saw that the Shen was bullying the Kled, and the Kled was like on the back foot, he was missing out on farm. Honestly, I was surprised about that, because it's like, it's Shen with Klepto, and it was mainly just the Kled not fighting that well. Yeah, maybe the Shen will outscale a Kled. It's very possible, but the Kled, I think, right now should have strength. And, you know, I was literally saying the point, we're watching a pro outperform a Diamond 1 player. Finally, the Kled does something of a Diamond 1 top laner, and that is actually fight the Shen. He is strong. The Shen, what he is right now, also is squishy as hell. He's got a Tiamat and Stinger. Squishy. Kled does damage. He's got Conqueror. So, yeah, it's good to see. But again, as a as a whole, the Shen's been outperforming the Kled, obviously helping the team, maintaining good farm when usually Shens fall behind in the early game. So yeah, has been outperforming the Kled, but finally we do see something from the Kled, which is good. And maybe what that Shen just happened there is, the Kled has given the Shen the lane for the vast majority of the lane phase. Second ult coming through, bot lane again. Tower dive is happening. Does come in, misses his taunt. Going to take the kill. Is tanking, not going to take the kill. Ooh, nice flash. And they think she will... Oh no, Akali's now bot side. Rek'Sai's now in trouble as well. Akali going to probably pick up 1 kill. Rek'Sai's going to die. And they're going to go for first blood tower. So again, difference of pressure. This is highlighting a Shen that is doing well in solo queue, using his presence, never wasting an ultimate. The worst ultimates to use on Shen, and it's going to sound bad to say, is when you're only saving someone's life. If you're just saving someone's life, it sucks because you're not gaining. Boom, he dies because Katarina flashes. A little bit of an overstay definitely by the Shen. And again, over-aggressive playstyle. But yeah, so you don't want to just ult and they survive. You get no kill, no assist. You want some form of gold for doing what you're doing with your ult. Because what you're, giving up, he's dead. Look at top lane. So the tower is getting bombarded. Tower goes down in top side. And the farm difference increases. That's why, as a Shen, you always want to have some form of gold income whenever you're using your ult. So he's now 1-3. So, started the game incredibly well. And it does show that this aggressive playstyle is definitely punishable. And is he going to stop the aggressive playstyle? Well, I guess we'll find out. Because, Shen is a tank. He's I'd say a tank bruiser. And I'd put tank first, then bruiser. This build is a hyper-aggressive build that you very rarely see. Is he going to stop it, or is he going to just continue it, and we'll see how it goes? So, obviously, I presume, again, his build is a bit confusing to me. I presume there's a Triforce in there, and then the boots. Berserker Greaves? Again, top lane dies by a Kled gank who is still in top lane for some reason. That's a little bit weird. Double kill both for bot lane dies. Also, Graves dies, so blue team is making a comeback. About 1,000 gold, or less than 1,000 gold difference between the two teams now. Gold-wise in top lane, Shen is now behind, which is actually a big difference, because remember, he was 900 gold ahead, so the tables have turned. And you could question that is because of the bit of the squishiness and definitely the decision making. The death in bot side after the big team fight happened and he stayed and Katarina killed him. That was just him overstaying. Just straight up, that's a mistake. Katarina now in the area, and yeah, she will fight this Shen because the Shen is very squishy. He's going to maintain movement with... he's going to die, by the way. Dead again. He is so squishy. He is so vulnerable to the Katarina. He just basically dies for free. And again, this is a great highlight that pros aren't bulletproof. This is a top 3, I guess, top laner in Korea who's now 1-4 in an EUS Diamond 1. This isn't Challenger. This is Diamond 1. So it's very interesting to see because you wouldn't expect it. A lot of people, I'm not going to name names, but in the community of League of Legends, there are some people that put Koreans on a very high pedestal. I don't really know why. Yeah, in pro play, sure. Solo queue, nope. Solo queue is different. It's a whole different animal. It's when people compare solo queue and pro play. Oh, those people drive me mad. It's like, oh, but that pick is really good in pro play. That means it's amazing in solo queue. No, not true. There is some overlap, for sure, because the overlap is strong champions, but there's not much overlap. Ashe was a great example. We had a guy in the comments not too long ago going, Ashe is a great blind pick. She's amazing. You can't say anything bad about it. Even pros blind pick her. It's like, they're picking her because it fits in a specific team comp. She's a terrible blind pick in solo queue because she has no mobility. Guy was having none of it. It's like, some people just think pro play is the only thing. And yeah, pro play is important. League of Legends is balanced to pro play, but you can't compare everything to pro play, especially all the picks or blind picking. Because pro play, 1, communication's different. 2, they all trust each other in solo queue. So Shen is much more of a pro pick than it is a solo queue pick. And 3, blind picking is a lot different too. So Katarina, again, very heavy roam playstyle. Not going to get the kill this time, but she is 8-2, worth noting. Very good so far. Shen ult coming through, third one. Is he going to get gold income? So this is the bad one. So his 2 ultimates so far, both have been gold income. He's got gold for ulting, assists obviously mainly. That one he didn't get any gold. So that is what I'd call a poop ult. Because it didn't look the person like he was ulting. And good taunt, by the way. It didn't look like the person that he was ulting was going to die. Morgana will go down. Again, some people could say, oh, he's getting gold now. What you could argue, because he doesn't have ult now, he could have saved it for now. That would be a lot better ultimate, but obviously he used it at a poop time. Now he doesn't have ult. He does go down again. Katarina damage too high. She will go down. 1,000 gold to the Akali. Akali now going for some damage all day. Is that an ace? That is an ace. Blue team is firmly ahead of this game now. You know, gold-wise, yeah, only 300 gold, but I've said to you guys time and time again, a big thing with League of Legends is something called momentum. Momentum is huge. Whichever team gets the ace, whichever team gets the Baron, usually gets the momentum of the game. Even if you're behind in gold, sometimes the momentum of the game can force you to win, and it's very important. So I will say I'm very interested to see how the remaining, you know, portion of this game is going to go. From my memory, you know, says correct, I think we've got roughly 14 minutes left of this game. How does this game go for the last 14 minutes? If we want to talk about scaling, which team scales better? Honestly, it's really close. AD carry wise, both are crit orientated AD carries, so it's either which one gets good auto attacks, good positioning. Support wise, again, very similar, you know, AP engaging supports. With a bit of shielding here or there, a bit of healing for Rakan, a bit of black shield by Morgana. Top laners, well, obviously with this Shen is now completed Triforce, so a very aggressive Shen. So you could call this Shen not a tank, he's a bruiser. Well, that's going to be pretty equal to Kled. The only thing, maybe Kled outscales because he's got Conqueror and Shen has got Klepto. Meanwhile, big play happening in mid lane. Shen split pushing, obviously not going to be helping at this stage. And then junglers, again, fairly even. A Graves is a great hyper carry jungler, and really a Rek'Sai or Hail of Blades also can kill a lot of things. Shen's still looking aggressive, misses the taunt. Look in the mid side, by the way, or mid lane. So the enemy team is on the red base. Very weird to see this happening. You know, they are breaking the base right now. There is nothing stopping. Akali's not backing, Shen's not backing, and Graves focuses a dragon. That's bizarre. They get an inhibitor at 17 minutes because nobody was paying attention, or at least maybe, again, could be a very, you know, easy thing. They've given up, you know, very possible. And again, I will say, make sure you keep watching, everybody, because this is a weird game, and, you know, something's going to happen. You know, the Shen being 1 and 5, something has to happen for that to end up to what he is. Again, you guys know how these episodes generally go. We like to see close games, and again, you could definitely call this game close. They're actually losing right now, but somewhere this Shen should start doing okay. So he does get engaged on. That's going to get cancelled. Does get cancelled. Bad ultimate by Shen. Can he escape? I doubt it. Oh, good flash, good flash. And he will most likely now get away. They actually could maybe turn on the Kled here. If they get the Kled, that's something. Good knockup by Rakan. Shen's waiting in the background because he still can die right now. Nothing going to risk too much. He gets the mount back. He's going to wait for his taunt. Does get it. Then with the W, can't get auto-attacked. And he will go down. But look how close Shen was. So good survival by Shen. But obviously bad ultimate. You know, gets caught out basically in where he was positioned. And does not get the ult off. So again, we are seeing greedy play a little bit by this Shen. He has died at least 2 times to this. Overstaying, going for this farm. Katarina shows up and he's dead. So, you know, he's doing it for the 3rd time. Will this time he survive? Katarina is there, which we predicted. He is now going to have to run because obviously Katarina is pretty fast with W movement speed and stuff like that. So he is looking like he's going to get away this time. And again, now staying. Graves in the area. They will kill the Katarina if he gets the taunt off and if he walks directly into them. So let's see if this pays off. Katarina probably just going to keep pushing. The benefit the red team has right now is 3 ocean dragons. So there's the Katarina. This is potentially definitely on. They're going to wait for the E. If you wait for the E, then she doesn't have it. This is now vulnerable Katarina. Teleport coming in. Hits the taunt with the damage. Doesn't kill her. Kled TPing in. They're probably going to just back away. Kled doing a, Shen doing a really nice positioning of his Q right there. If you saw that, that was actually lovely. Enemy team in the area. Katarina getting 1 kill. Probably not going to kill. Does get the kill, but Shen gets a return. Very clean by clean play by Katarina. But it has to be said, Katarina as a champion, there's a reason that she's not mainstream. There's a reason that she's mainly a one-trick champion. She's pretty easy to beat. In the Ahri episode, we mentioned that. you just don't feed her. And obviously, yeah, this one is fed. Again, very similar. You know, was it the Akali's fault that this Katarina's this fed? I'd say no. She's at a roam heavy playstyle that you can't stop. There's nothing you can stop in the inherent champion design of Katarina. It's just what she does. Good charm and everything by Rakan. Good kill. But Katarina's easy to stop when you work together. Shen taunt into Rakan knock up, and she's dead. Like, she's squishy, always. But if, you know, she gets to the point that she can one-shot everything and you miss the CC, then you're in trouble. But yeah, she's that champion that if she gets really fed, you still can beat. There are some champions in the league that are like, we're not beating that. Katarina is one of the ones you can if you work together. So this is interesting. Was he doing blue? He's taking blue, okay. I guess there's no mana taker on the team, so the only, well, Graves might have wanted it, but Akali was probably going to get it, and she's energy, Shen's energy, so there we go. Big play happening around. Shen is looking for an ultimate, so let's see what's happening. Katarina in the area, nearly a dead. Oh, they're going for it, or thinking about it. Shen now going to go for the split push, which again is Shen's job, by the way. Kled does take the red buff, which I would say is probably warranted, because he's not got a very strong Caitlyn this game. He's now finished his Titanic and Ninja Tabby. So what was the other dagger used for? Did he sell it? I don't know. Infernal Dragon coming up. Definitely red side would want that if they're going to go for scaling. Here comes a fight, which I do not think the Shen wins right now. Let's see if he does. Nice damage so far, but is his damage now over? Which I predict it is. Yeah. So it's got decent damage early, and then all the damage falls off, and that's where Kled just goes, oh, I can kill you now. So again, so far I am a little bit interested to see how this game ends. Again, looking at my little thing over here, it's a 28-minute game. So we have 7 minutes. Something happens in this 7 minutes that makes the Shen get really strong. And again, he's doing decent damage. He just doesn't have enough damage to beat, you know, Conqueror Kled. Again, unless I'm crazy and I did the wrong replay, which I do not believe I did, something happens. No, I don't. So again, he is building, if you're wondering what this is for, Spirit Shoujin. That's how aggressive this Shen is. Spirit Shoujin. I've never seen this aggressive build on Shen before. And again, you could say right now, it is not working. So Shen's likely going to ult the Akali. They're trying to do the Baron. Here comes maybe the play. Good taunt. 1 kill, 2 kill. They're going to go then on the Caitlyn, sorry. Shen going to go for it. So this could be the turning play of the game. Triple kill. So he went from 2-7 to now 5-7. So that gives him a lot of strength. Gold-wise, he's at nearly 11,000. So he has now back overtaken the Kled. There is an Infernal Dragon up, which I would presume the Kled is actually doing right now. If I was a betting man, that's probably what I would do. And, you know, bet he's doing. Baron is potentially on the table as well. His team is on the way. He's going to be doing decent damage himself. Akali doing a little bit of pushing. There's the dragon, which, yep, easy peasy. That's an easy guess. And they will do the dragon. This should be free. So enemy team, you know, does risk a bit too much, has to be said. And they get punished. And again, the Katarina, who is very, very fed, can she do enough? And this is, again, a prime example of some games where you have one prime fed person, which is safe to say blue team has one fed person, really. The Katarina, you beat her, you stop her. The enemy team don't have much strength. And of all champions to be really scared of when they're fed, Katarina is pretty easy to beat. You just taunt her and kill her. Especially that she doesn't have a Zhonya's yet. So, yeah. Alright, so split push is on. BF sword purchased by Shen now, by the way, everybody. This, to me, is fascinating. Because it's not the fact that, like, oh, he's had a fantastic game the whole way through. You know, he's been, what, 1-7 or 2-7 sometime this game. Most people would consider that trolling. Like, dude, you're 2-7, you're playing Shen. Please build something tanky. He is not. Throughout this whole game, he is building damage, damage, damage. And, you know, there's health components. A Phage in the Triforce. Titanic Hydra has the Sterix Gauge. But is it Sterix? Or is that a different item? But yeah, damage components everywhere. So the split push is on. This is the advantage the red team has now, especially with Baron. They've got red split push Shen. He can ult in whenever needed. And now, potentially, meanwhile, Tristana gets caught and gets killed. Now he has to back off, maybe look for an ultimate. Kled's probably going to try and cancel this. Probably a bit too late. Is too late. Gets a rampage, kills the enemy AD carry. Katarina nearly dead. Fight gonna maybe disperse after this. Kled probably gonna ultimate in if I was, you know, had to predict. Graves kills the Katarina. Kled going very aggressive, gets taunted for free. Fight continuing. Here we go. Let's see the damage of the Shen. Gets 1 kill. Now with the Graves trying to kill the Rek'Sai. Good taunt onto the Rek'Sai. Graves picks up that kill. And boom, advantage red side. Even with a AD carry that got caught at the beginning of the fight that didn't offer anything. She just got caught. Ace coming through for red team. And boom, they take the firm lead of the game again with about 5,000 gold lead. So this game has actually been really cool. The red team beat them in the early game. Then the blue team made a comeback and aced them. And now the red team is pulling it back. And now if you look at the Shen, by the way, from going 2-7 is now 7-7-10. Crazy, huh? Like, weird. Again, you can also see his damage is good. But the thing that's actually making it stand out to me more, it's not his damage. It's his positioning. This Shen is generally in the right area now in late game. And, you know, he's made mistakes throughout the game, getting caught by the Katarina, having his ultimate cancelled in bot lane and getting killed by the Kled. It's not like he's had a smooth game, but right, you know, maybe this guy is more known for his late game than his lane phase. It's pretty good. You know, he is constantly now in the right place, ulting the right person, stuff like that. So he's now teleporting, flank teleport behind. Katarina gets 1 kill, Katarina gets 2 kills. Shen now going for it, does have a spear, which again, spear is an ultimate item. Predicts the tunnel. Look at that damage. That is good DPS, everybody. He just basically straight up killed a Rek'Sai. They're going to continue the fight. What can he do? Just back away most likely. Remember, Ocean Dragon triple is on, so the regen is actually going to be pretty good. His team is in the area, so he could maybe look to continue this. Shen ult coming through, which now activates a Spear of Shojin. Nothing going to come of it so far. He does get an assist, however. Katarina does go down. Not enough damage, even though she's really fed. Kind of has fallen off at this point. And boom, they do get near an ace. Kled split pushing in the top side, which probably isn't enough right now. So they are, you know, there's the Caitlyn. Kled, you had TP. Why did you wait along, you know, for us all to be dead? Which is a valid point. Good taunt by Shen with the W, blocks the auto attacks, which again is an innate counter. Shen gets another kill, making him 9-7-13. They will go for the end, and I don't know if they get it. Shen being a bit greedy. They will, you know, go kill the Rek'Sai, does kill the Rek'Sai, and that is the game. So there we go. Shen finishes 9-7-14 in a game that he was 2-7 at one point, having a pretty poop game. And yeah, well, it's hyper-aggressive playstyle of Shen. Pretty good. There were mistakes, but pretty good. The Kled, I'd say, had a rough game. He could have done a lot more because he was beating the Shen at one stage. He was too passive in the early game, this Kled. He should have played more aggressive to punish the Kleptomancy pick and Cull. So the Kled should be more aggressive. But yeah, the Shen pulled it back really nicely in late game. Good ultimates, good taunts, high damage. Which again, I've never seen this aggressive Shen build. Would I recommend it? Probably not. But it was interesting to see. But again, to people saying, does this guy as a Korean pro stand out? No, it doesn't. So, you know, it's only one game, so we will watch more Koreans as they are coming over. You know, as I said before, Faker and the likes of those guys are coming over in the next few weeks. But yeah, this guy, it was a good game of Shen. I've had good games of Shen. This was just a hyper-aggressive playstyle of Shen, which, you know, I might try. It sounds fun. But when he was 2-7... maybe he should have swapped to going tank. I don't know. But that's going to be it. If you guys enjoy, throw a like on the video, throw a subscribe, comment down below, let me know what you think of this, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.